Hi, I'm Wes Allen with DM Tales, and it's cold. I don't like cold. And the ice, it won't go away either because it's cold, and this does not please me. So I have to fight the urge each day to resist curling up in bed and staying there until the spring, hibernating like a bear. But thankfully, I've got my good friend Coffee calling me back into the world of conscious thought. But this transition creates some odd ripples in my brain, which you get to hear. These are some random TTRPG thoughts. Let's roll it. Mornings. The Orshin Incident, the ICRPG adventure that I wrote and that Dave Ward and I are putting out under his Grimwood Games logo, is funded, and I am so excited. Now we are on to our stretch goals. I may need to do conversions for both Cypher and Darkspace when it's all said and done, so why not pledge and give me some more work to do? Also, Dave, thank you for doing this. You are amazing. I am not a trained journalist, so I do struggle with an inferiority complex when I bring writers and game designers onto the channel for an interview. Now, I think I've got an ethical obligation to ask questions which will provoke my guests to give thoughtful responses, and maybe even get them to want to reveal a bit more information than they might otherwise be prone to do. That's kind of the job of an interviewer. But I do want folks to feel relaxed and welcome as we chat for the same reason I want people to be relaxed when they come to my game tables. I'm a host in that situation, and I take that responsibility seriously. One of the kindest things my interview guests have said to me is that they had a good time chatting. That's important to me, and I want to keep practicing to improve my interviewing skills so that happens more often. I have started writing my review of the Broken Steps for Dreams and Machines. There's some very cool gameplay expansions that I think will appeal to a certain segment of TTRPG players. I am looking forward to getting this to the channel, so look for it very soon. My Numenera group met at our local brewery this week, and I am having a blast as they explore my first real addition to the Ninth World, a place I call the Hedge. At this point, they've encountered several factions, they've been confronted by one of the most zealous religious groups, and begun to explore the mystery of the region's dead areas. The fact that their purpose in going to the Hedge is tied to the story connections that we rolled up during character creation, that's also been amazing. This has been a blast. Okay, I suppose because I just reviewed Star Trek Adventures, it would warrant me doing an opinion on the Starfleet Academy show that's going on right now. I'll point out I did not like the premiere episode. I didn't care for Caleb as the point of view character. I didn't like the way that he was introduced or characterized. It just took away from the episode for me. Now, the second episode, it was okay. It wasn't anything special, but it was fine. And the third episode was a college hijinks episode that was set in the Star Trek universe, and while it wasn't an incredible episode, it was a fun diversion, and I did appreciate it. The fourth episode, though, that was well done. It brought the Klingons forward 900 years, and it advanced their lore in a meaningful way. It also tried to handle the concept of an honor-based culture seriously, without simply being, well, they gotta make these less advanced people feel better about themselves. Oh, how droll. I thought the episode was really good Trek. And I also enjoyed that the show is attempting to be character-driven instead of plot-driven, which is what made Discovery fall short for me. By the end of the run, because of that always the universe is ending plot thread going through the show, I just didn't care about any of the characters. I didn't know them at all, or at least very few of them, and that kind of fell short for me. I like that Starfleet Academy is trying to address that and become much more character-driven. I do want to see Caleb become less one-dimensional because his character could become tedious really fast if he doesn't develop quickly. I don't think that would serve the show well at all. I will also point out that I think the Doctor is awesome. It's so good to see him back. And I have zero problem with Holly Hunter's character. She is old. She does not care to follow the niceties anymore, and more power to her. I am 52. I'm already there, and her character's got many years on me. Go for it. Now, I would like modern Trek to stop with the "we're edgy, we can cuss now" trope. Guys, Trek does not need to be edgy. Trek is Superman's real punk rock. That's what Trek is. It needs to hold up the mirror to our culture in the best tradition of science fiction with that signature Trek point of view. that we can get through this and actually become better. So do I think this would be an interesting addition to the Star Trek Adventures RPG? Yes, it would be kind of cool to see a source book that's based on this. I get frequent comments on these videos which amount to, why are you talking about politics? And I mean, other than because reality, here's why. Last week, I had a part of my random thoughts on making space at the table, which affirmed both the need for escapism and the need to make room for people to process injustices and/or other personal struggles in the game, taking both seriously. Then I made that part of the video a short, and people lost their minds. Because apparently, if other people's needs matter, theirs don't somehow. I don't get it. But the height of this response was a rabid rant, which told me in no uncertain terms that I was a person, that was in quotes, who was using our hobby as a vector of war against the white man. White was capitalized. That tells you pretty much everything you need to know. And then he told me to burn in hell. Like literally. So why do I get political on these random thoughts even when it's about the hobby? Because people like this exist. And me staying silent frees them to think that they are unchecked and can do whatever they want. And for anyone who is thinking right now, well, you just shouldn't provoke them. That is a strategy which has literally never worked. Oh, and by the way, that was an Instaban comment, so you will not find that particular comment on the video, but I got the screenshot. One of the reasons I'm looking forward to running Star Trek Adventures is because I want to set it in the Orville's universe. Now, why would I want to do that? Because it's not an official part of Star Trek. It's because I think the Orville has been the best Trek on television in a long while. If you haven't seen it, find some time to watch the show because it is so well done. It is the perfect love letter to Next Generation, but it does its own thing and does some incredible character explorations. I would be thrilled if we ever got an Orville source book that was compatible with Star Trek Adventures. I know it will never happen, but man, a guy can dream because it would be perfect. A couple of folks on my Discord are into cozy RPGs, which I gotta say has a certain appeal given the state of the world. Now, I know about Riverbank, but what are some other cozy RPGs that you can suggest to us? Because I'd like to check them out. So Jason Campbell of Shadowmane fame has posited the idea of doing a TTRPG book club. I think that is a fantastic idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some folks from my Discord together and discuss a couple of chapters of a TTRPG book that we are all reading at the same time. And we'll stream that discussion on the channel. Now we're still putting things together at the moment. Our first panel of participants is already set, but if you'd be interested in joining any of the upcoming discussions, you can access my Discord by becoming a coffee contributor. Now, we are going to keep the online panels pretty tight to start to people that we're used to interacting with, but as we get to know you, we'll do some invites and get some more folks on the panel. And at the same time, we're also going to be doing discussion on the server for folks who may not want to be on camera or just haven't gotten an invite yet. We would love to have you. My May is going to be busy. May 1st and 2nd is Ecclesicon. It is going to be a wonderful event this year. And if you are in the South Jersey or Philly area, go ahead and get a badge and come on out for a great couple of days playing some fantastic RPGs. And then at the end of May, May 29th through 31st, Concoction is being held in Vineland, New Jersey. Now, I'll be there helping coordinate special guests, which is going to be an interesting learning experience for me because I've never done that before. And I'll also be helping with the interview booth. Now, this is going to be bigger than Ecclesicon, but it's also going to be an event that is much smaller than Page. So for new convention goers going to both these events, that would be a really cool experience. You can come to Ecclesicon to learn what the experience of going to a convention is like, and then step up to a slightly bigger convention with a newfound confidence that you know what to expect as you go. I do also have to say that it's kind of cool seeing South Jersey become a hub for TTRPG events. That is really cool. Okay, coming up, you have already heard that I am writing my review of The Broken Steps for Dreams and Machines. It's a really interesting book. It is looking at some mechanics that I am typically not interested in, and yet it sucked me into wanting to see how they were managing this. So I'm very impressed with it, and I can't wait to bring it to the channel. That should be coming up very soon. Then I will be looking at the Dolmen Wood Player's Guide, which is a fantastic book with so much flavor to it. I'm really looking forward to talking about that. And I just started reading, like just before I was recording this video, Coriolis the Great Dark. Something about it was calling to me. I'm going to get to that. I have Redacted on the shelf over there. I've also got the Stormlight Archive RPG. I have got, what else do I have? I have so many different books that I need to get to. It's really fun to have this. I'm also going to line up a couple of more interviews. We have the TTRPG book club that we're getting to, and I am looking forward to bringing all of this to you because I love talking about this hobby. I love helping increase our appreciation for it. And until we see each other again, folks, happy playing, everyone.